So I took two trades today, both losers, both on the same setup, and it eventually worked out, but I just couldn't capitalize on it. So it was a lower relationship on TPO, lower on CPR, and also lower on cams. So it's pretty bearish relationships, but overnight it bounced off this fair value gap here, and then started consolidating after bouncing. And it kind of made a higher low there too. So I was a tad bit confused. All the pivots were lower, but market was opening up inside value area and inside yesterday's range. There was also this fair value gap here that I was looking at that I could short at. So mainly, I think usually when market opens up inside value, I try to play the extremes of it. So I'm looking at a value area low long and a value area high short. But there's also this fair value gap, so I'm looking at a short there also. That's been rallying off of 3-hour fair value gap overnight and opening up inside value and range. Not quite sure what buys to have, honestly. I could short value area high and long at value area low. But there was also a fair value gap just before value area high. But yeah, overall, I was a bit confused here, but decided to just go for the value area long, value area low long, and value area high short. So that was kind of my main plan going into today. Value area high short, value area long, value area low long. And it eventually it worked out. So that was my value area low, and it rallied from there right up to value area high. And it would have been a very nice setup, except I couldn't capitalize on it. So market opened up and it dipped right into value area low, and as soon as it opens, I see that there's a lot of selling delta here. So it's forming a CVD hidden divergence as well as a 1-minute delta divergence there. There's also a 1-minute or 2-minute delta divergence there. So I'm already interested in longs here. The other thing I see is the B shape. So I kind of see this little bulge here forming with a bunch of selling delta there. And it's getting above that B shape. And I'm a little bit nervous because I want to be a little patient. Market just opened. So I don't want to do anything too impulsive. But I did see this hidden divergence forming again. It's consolidating here, but delta's going down. And I really liked that. And I guess I kind of wanted to get in on this move before the first wave of aggressive buyers come in. So another 2-minute delta divergence forming here. And so as soon as it pops above, I take it long, one contract. And I don't know, I thought it was a decent try. It pretty much instantaneously stopped me out, but I thought it was a decent try. There was that B shape. 67.95 is the value area low, so it was maybe 2 ticks off of my level, but there was a lot of buildup of sellers here, especially when you look at the CVD here. Lots of hidden divergence. So I thought it was a decent attempt, but it just didn't work out at all. So then it comes down, and I'm looking for a break and reclaim of this value area low, and I don't really see too much yet. But then I see a bunch of aggressive buyers come in. There's buying imbalances here, so now I'm looking for a rally and then a retest back into this area. So I do kind of get that dip into these buying imbalances here. And then I saw it, which is kind of also a low volume node here. So I'm looking for it to come back in here, support, then rally up. And I saw it getting supported. I don't know. Maybe this wasn't the best of confirmations. But I also saw a 1-minute high volume hammer here, so I was intrigued. I take it along with another contract here on that dip and hold. I don't know, there wasn't much besides that. So there was that 1-minute high volume hammer. There are some aggressive buyers here. Yeah, I mean, that was pretty much it. So I don't know, maybe this wasn't the best confirmations here, but I put my stop under here at 91 3/4. Not too sure why. I mean, I thought it was a decent place, enough to, I guess, give it some room for this area to hold. But then seems too much. Maybe it should have been at like 93 or something. But I wanted to put it here just in case it held here. I don't know, it's that level of POC there too, so then I might as well put my stop at the lows, but I didn't put it over here. I don't know. Looking back at it, I don't know if this trade was the best, to be honest. But the rally fails, and then it stops me out at 91, but it never breaks the low. So it does not break the low, but I noticed that it is holding above the low, but the RSI is making lower lows. So it was a hidden divergence on RSI. So I was kind of intrigued still, although I did take 2 losses on the setup, on the value area low, long. And I see that it comes back in, and I'm wondering if it's going to be supported over here, where this POC is. And I'm looking at it. And I was also intrigued because of this POC over here. But then the thing is that my data stops working. So it just freezes out of nowhere. So there was that delta divergence. I'm thinking about it. Right now it doesn't seem very good, but eventually it does form a B shape here. But see, my data just freezes, and yeah, you can kind of see that B shape forming now. But yeah, so no data. So I can't really do anything about that. And while I'm trying to wait for this, I guess, to unfreeze, it rallies up. So while it's frozen, it makes that huge rally candle here, and then yeah, so finally it comes back, and it's rallied already. So if you look at this, it came back in, formed a B shape, POC at the lows, formed a delta divergence on the 2-minute, and then rallied from there. So I may have taken a chance at 98 with a stop under 92 or so. May have. I mean, I don't see why I wouldn't have, because it held the lows. Kind of a B shape here, another B shape on the retest. Delta divergence. I mean, it seemed like that was a decent decent hold there. So yeah, if it didn't freeze, would I have taken it? I want to say I would have. And if I did, that would have been a nice, I don't know how many points, 20 something points. Yeah. Although it is my 3rd try, so I don't know how likely it would have been for me to enter it. So plan worked out. Just didn't execute on it. I mean, I could blame the platform data for this, but I don't know if that's the actual problem. Maybe if I put my stop here at the lows, like here, I mean, it would have been a 9-point stop. Maybe that's why I didn't put it at the lows and try to cut it off over here somewhere. But if I just kept it, I would have gotten my 3R. Yeah. I don't know, every time the stops get wide, I get very nervous. Which isn't good. But plan worked out, so that's a positive, I guess. And it's rallying up even more now.